Situated at the center of the chest, the heart chakra serves as a sacred bridge unifying the physical lower chakras with the spiritual upper centers, governing love, compassion, grief, and energetic connection. When this core sanctuary becomes distorted and fragmented, shattered by unresolved heartbreak, severe emotional abuse, or deep seated betrayal, the soul's capacity to give and receive love becomes dangerously corrupted. Instead of acting as a radiant force of unconditional empathy, a fractured heart center contracts behind rigid defensive walls or leaks boundaryless energy, trapping the individual in a painful cycle of spiritual martyrdom, emotional numbness, and profound isolation from the world around them. Welcome to the Sovereign Renaissance, a channel through the arcane, mystical, and occult science. In subtle energy anatomy, the heart chakra rests at the center of the chest. It serves as the sacred bridge connecting the lower physical energy centers, the root, sacral, and solar plexus, with the higher spiritual centers, the throat, third eye, and crown. Governed by the air element, heart chakra is the engine of unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, empathy, and spiritual devotion. While disruptions in the lower chakras impacts survival, intimacy, and power, a fragmented and distorted heart chakra comprise, compromises the soul's capacity for true spiritual connection. In esoteric and metaphysical traditions, this collapse exposes an individual to profound spiritual dangers that warp the nature of love itself. Energetic mechanics, fragmentation versus distortion. To understand the spiritual risks, consider how the subtle field of the heart breaks down. Fragmentation, or the shattered mirror, occurs through deep grief, catastrophic betrayal, severe trauma, or profound loss. The heart's subtle protective field splits into isolated fragments. The individual feels spiritually hollow, emotionally severed from the universe, and incapable of feeling or receiving love. Distortion, or the warped prism, occurs when love becomes mixed with conditionality, codependency, spiritual martyr complexes, or narcissism. The heart continues to output energy, but the vibration is warped, turning compassion into control and devotion into obsession. Core spiritual dangers. Number one, the spiritual martyr complex, or self annihilation disguised as love. When a distorted heart chakra attempts to express spirituality without a subtle lower chakra foundation, root, or solar plexus, it produces a martyr complex. The danger: the individual believes that true spiritual evolution requires complete self sacrifice. They allow others to exploit their time, energy, and body under the delusion that love means suffering. They absorb the pain and negative karma of everyone around them, eventually destroying their own physical and energetic health. Number two, severe energetic empathic overload. The heart chakra's air element naturally expands outward to touch other energy fields. A fragmented heart chakra loses its protective subtle boundary. The danger: a person becomes a raw nerve, absorbing the psychic debris, grief, anger, and trauma of surrounding individuals and collective environments. Unable to distinguish their own feelings from others, they experience chronic exhaustion, unexplained emotional crashes, and spiritual disorientation. Number 3, spiritual bypassing and fake compassion. A distorted heart chakra often uses love and light narratives to avoid dealing with uncomfortable spiritual realities or shadow aspects of the psyche. The danger: the individual forces a superficial state of forgiveness or positivity, passivity while suppressing genuine anger, grief, or boundaries. This unaddressed negative energy ferments in lower chakras, creating severe psychological projections and leaving them vulnerable to spiritual hypocrisy. Last but not least, severance of the lower, higher spiritual bridge. The heart chakra is the central nexus of the chakra system. Its fragmentation breaks the vertical flow of Kundalini and spiritual consciousness. If stuck below, spiritual insights from higher chakras, intuition, or divine wisdom cannot integrate into the physical body, leading to cold intellectualism or ungrounded spiritual delusion. If stuck above, the individual dissociates from earthly existence entirely, rejecting the physical world as lesser or evil because of their broken hearts cannot find joy in physical human connection. Remediation: rebuilding the unbroken heart. Restoring the heart chakra requires a balancing genuine openness with firm energetic boundaries. Self-compassion before universal compassion. True heart healing begins inward. Before sending love out to the world or forgiving abusers, anchor love firmly within your own being. Establishing subtle boundaries. Visualize the heart field not as an open door, but as a luminous green or pink sphere of light that permits love to flow out while filtering what enters. Practice saying, I honor my path and do not carry your pain. Somatic grief processing. Grief is stored heavily in the lungs and chest. Deep conscious breath work, crying without judgment, and somatic chest opening movements allow trapped air or emotion to move out of the chest cavity. Forgiveness as release, not re-exposure. Reframe forgiveness not as condoning harmful behavior or letting toxic people back in, but as severing the emotional chain that binds your heart to past pain. Ultimately, healing a distorted and fragmented heart chakra is not about forcing an open-hearted tolerance for harm or escaping into toxic passivity, but about rebuilding a resilient, boundaried sanctuary within the self. By clearing unprocessed grief, grounding love in self-sovereignty, and establishing clear energetic boundaries, the shattered mirror of the heart chakra restores its natural brilliance, proving the true spiritual connection does not require self-annihilation, but the courage to remain both fiercely protected and deeply open to love. And if you liked today's video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.